Hello everyone. Thank you for joining me to learn. Today we are going to discuss the problem of single source shortest path, and we are going to solve this problem using this extra algorithm. Let's see what the problem is. There is a source, and from that source we need to move to different destinations in minimum cost. It means we are greedy towards finding out the minimum cost path. So we can say that this is a minimization problem, which is part of optimization problem. Other than that, we are taking decisions at every step to find out the minimum. So that's why this is perfect to solve by the greedy approach. Which algorithm we are going to use here? This extra algorithm. Before moving to solution of this extra algorithm, let's see what are the real life problems and what are the real life solutions provided by this extra algorithm. The first one we can see that let we have a server in the lab and we want to connect it to different PCs. How we can connect them in minimum cost or minimum length of wire. This can be solved by this extra algorithm. Another application if we want to see, let we are at a particular city, for example Delhi. We want to move to multiple destinations, for example Bangalore, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Jaipur. For moving to these four cities, we want to find out minimum distance from Delhi. That can also be identified by this extra algorithm. Similarly, we are at a particular location and we want to design optimal map from that location. That is, we can go in minimum cost, minimum time, minimum distance, and so on. So to design an optimal map, this extra algorithm is very helpful. Another application we can see in social networking sites, who are directly connected friends, who are indirectly connected friends. Accordingly, recommendation can be provided. So to design recommender systems, we use this extra algorithm. Another application we can see at e-commerce websites, they target the customers who are directly connected and who have similar interests. So similar kind of recommendation can be provided to them. So to design recommendation system for e-commerce website, this algorithm is quite useful. Another example, if you want to see that any telephone network service provider company, for example Airtel, Jio, they are looking to provide network services in your city or maybe in your country. But they want to minimize the cost of providing these services. So they can apply this extra algorithm to find out the minimum cost of wire, minimum number of towers, so that the complete city can be covered in minimum cost. So for that purpose also, this extra algorithm is quite helpful. Next one, in COVID period, we have seen that there were a lot many startups who started the delivery by robot or drone. But the problem is how to find the navigation path for them. So this extra algorithm can be one solution to provide them minimum navigation path. These are few applications. Other than that, lot many other applications are also there for this extra algorithm. So let's see what the problem is and how it can be solved. What will be given to you? The first of all, you will be provided with a weighted graph. Let the graph is G and it has set of vertices V and edges E. The graph can be directed or undirected, but it must be weighted one. Another thing that will be given to you is a source vertex. Let we call the source vertex S. Now, what is our objective? Our objective is to find the minimum cost from source vertex S to every other node. Let's look with the help of example how to find out. This is a given graph of 7 vertices A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And the source vertex is A. You can select any source vertex of your choice until and unless it is provided in the question. Now, how to solve it? First of all, you have to divide the connected vertices into two categories. What are directly connected to the source and what are indirectly connected to the source. You can see here A to B direct connectivity, A to D direct connectivity, A to E, direct connectivity. But C, G, and F, these are not directly connected to the source. So the first step towards solving the problem is initialize weights to each vertex. If the node is directly connected, the cost will be equal to the cost of connecting edge. For example, if we want to determine the cost for B, then from A to B, we can move in cost. A to D, we can move in cost 5. A to E, we can move in cost 10. But C, G, and F, there is no direct connection to A. So we don't know how much cost will be incurred. So that's why we initialize them with infinity. We are not aware how much cost will be required to move to these vertices. The same thing we have done in the table. So we have created a table. These are the remaining vertices B, C, D, E, F, G, and we will be writing the selected node in this column. Other than that, you need to maintain two separate lists, one for the visited, another for the unvisited. Why we require these two lists? Because computer will not be able to understand when to stop and what are the visited and what are the unvisited list until and unless you are maintaining them in a separate list. So that's why every time we will be selecting from unvisited, we'll be adding to the visited one. Until and unless all the unvisited nodes become visited, we will run the algorithm. So let's see what we need to do at step number 2. You can see that B has cost 2, C has cost infinity, D has 5, E 10, F infinity, and G infinity according to the given graph. In step number 2, we will select the node on which we can move in minimum distance. So find the minimum. Here we can see that minimum is 2. So which node we can select? We can select node B. We can select node B. If we are at B, then we have to select what are the nodes we can visit from B. So we can visit either C or we can visit D. After exploring the options, we have to check whether we can update the cost of C and D or not. Now, what's the formula to update? First of all, the node from which we are moving, we can represent the distance by D of U. The distance of connecting edge can be represented by C of U comma V, and the destination node can be represented by D of V. So first of all, we have to check whether these two cost together, D of U plus C of U comma V, is less than the previously available D of V. If it is less, it means we found a better path. So what we should do? We should replace this D of V with D of U plus C of U comma V, which is calculated. Otherwise, leave it, don't update it. We will be repeating this until and unless all nodes from the unvisited list added to the visited list. So what we are doing? We are finding the minimum, exploring the options, updating the weights. These are 3 important things we are doing for every node. So we have selected B now. So if you are at B, then we have the options D and C. Let's try to update the weight. The weight of C, it is infinity, and weight of D is 5. So let's look what option B can provide. So B has the cost 2, 2 plus 1, it becomes 3. You can see that 3 is less than infinity. So condition is true, update it. That's why this infinity will be replaced by, check for D also. 3 plus 2, it is 5. Already D has cost 5. So no need to update. Don't update. Keep it as it is. Keep it as it is. Okay. So now if you are at B, then now please look minimum among the unvisited list, because A and B already added to the visited one. So if you want to select from 3, 5, 10, infinity and infinity, you can see 3 is minimum. So the next node that we can visit in minimum cost is C. So select C. Select C. If you are at C, where the cost is 3, please explore what are the nodes you can visit from here. From the unvisited list only. That is from D, E, F and G only. So for D, 4 plus 3, 7. Already D has 5. So no need to update. For G, 6 plus 3, 9. Already it's infinity. So please update it. C to F, 7 plus 3, 10. It was infinity. So less, 10 is less, update it. So please find out the next unvisited node and with minimum cost. So we had 5, 10, 10, 9. So which one is minimum? 5 is minimum. So next node that can be selected is D. So D is added to the visited list and unvisited list remain E, F and G. If you are at D, please check where you can go. So D to E you can go. 5 plus 15, the cost becomes 20. And E already has 10. So 20 is greater than 10, don't update it. Any other option do we have? No, we don't have any other option that is unvisited and can be moved from D. So the next we can see 10, 10 and 9. A, B, C, D are visited yet. So you have to find the next minimum. In these three, you can see 9 is the minimum. So next node selected is G. So G and G is added to your visited list as well. Unvisited are E and F. Let's see if you are at G, then what are the nodes that you can update? Only one option, F. The G has cost 9. This is 8. 9 plus 8, it becomes 17. And 17 is greater than 10. So don't update it. Will not update. Now select minimum. The next minimum out of E and F, let's put 10, we have selected E. So E is added to the visited list. If you are at E, you have only one option which is unvisited, which you can look for update. It has cost 10, 10 plus 20, 30. F already can be visited in 10. So that's why no need to update. This is not updated. And now only one option we have, that is F, which has cost 10. Select that. That is also added to the list. Now you can see that unvisited list becomes empty. So we should stop the algorithm. Let's see what solution we found. Our objective was to find distance which is minimum or which is optimum from source vertex A. So what are the optimum distances we got after solving this problem? Please refer this last row. For B, you can visit in distance 2. C, you can visit in distance 3. D, you can visit in distance 5. E, in 10. F, 10. G, 9. So this will be your answer. You can see the way of writing the answer for Dijkstra algorithm. Now, the question is, can it solve all kinds of problems? Answer is no. Sometimes we represent some business problems in the form of graph. That time there may be some paths which may incur loss to the company. So loss can be represented in terms of negative edges. If there are negative edges in the graph, then Dijkstra algorithm may not ensure correct or optimal answer, because it stops after one iteration only. After unvisited list becomes empty, it doesn't provide any option to check whether it is an optimal solution or not. But it is found correct for the graphs if it has all positive edges. So let's look with the help of example. Let me have a very small graph of 4 vertices A, B, C, and D, and we can see that B, C, D, these are directly connected to A. So let's initialize the cost. A to B, we can move in cost 2. A to C, we can move in cost 4. A to D, we can move in cost 3. So A is in the visited list, and the remaining B, C, and D are unvisited. The next step was to find the minimum. So 2, 4, and 3. Find the minimum. The minimum is 2. So we can move to B. If you are at B, then what are the nodes for which you can update the distance? You can update for C only. This is 2. The cost of edge is 20, minus 20. So minus 20 plus 2, it becomes minus 18. Obviously, minus 18 is less than 4. So that's why update it. Now, please look the next minimum. The unvisited nodes are D and C. So the next minimum is minus 18. So you can move to C. From C, what option do you have? You have the option A and you have the option D. So minus 18 plus 5, it becomes minus 13. Already it was 3. So 3 is greater than minus 13. So that's why update it. For A, minus 18 plus 4, it becomes minus 14. Minus 14 is less than 0. Update it. Now in visited list, if you want to see, A is already there, B is already there, C is there. So only one option we have remaining, that is D. And D has cost minus 13 now. Let's see, can we update? Minus 13 minus 3. Minus 13 plus 3. It becomes minus 10. Minus 10 is greater than minus 14, so no need to update. If you want to check it for one more iteration, then minus 14 and plus 2, it becomes minus 12. Minus 12 is greater than 2. Sorry, minus 12 is less than 2. So it must be updated. But Dijkstra algorithm already has stopped. This shows that there may be the option to find more optimal solution, but the algorithm already has stopped. So the answer that we got may not be optimal. This is the limitation of Dijkstra algorithm. This limitation can be solved in Bellman-Ford algorithm. We will discuss Bellman-Ford algorithm in a separate video. The last thing that is more important according to the concept is how much time complexity it adds and what are the reasons for time complexity. We have seen that what are the tasks we are doing during Dijkstra algorithm. We were visiting the node and updating the distance and finding the minimum. These three things we were doing. So visiting every node. If we have V vertices, then the complexity for visiting each node will be order of V. Finding the minimum. If completely connected graph, then maximum nodes that we can visit from a node are V minus 1. So we have to find the minimum from V minus 1 number of nodes for every node. So that's why finding minimum may cause order of V minus 1 time complexity. Next one was updating the weights. It doesn't cause much complexity, but it is taking constant time, so you can write order of 1. What will be the total complexity? Order of V multiplied by order of V minus 1, and that can be roughly equals to order of V square. There is a way to reduce its time complexity from V square to E log V. How we can do it? We know that in heap sort or by using min heap or by using min heap based priority queues, the time of finding minimum can be reduced to log V. So the total time complexity becomes E of log V. That's all. Thank you for watching.